Sorry about the delay. I'm also kind of late, but you know, whatever. I was supposed to be working on writing today, and I was also supposed to be working on editing and other things because I got a day off, you know, and what happened? Well, you see, I decided I was going to do the new quest in in Genshin, and I spent, like, nearly all of my day doing that instead. So, you know, it's fine. It's fine, but I finished most of that up, and I am here now, and I'm only a little slight bit late. It's fun. It's a bit frustrating at first, but I found it to be pretty fun overall, once I figured out what was going on and what I was supposed to do, you know? But I think I figured it out pretty easily, and I don't think it's too terrible, so I think you'll get it. I managed to get most of it done within, like, the span of a couple days, but I kind of binged it, so, but that's beside the point. So, what I'm gonna be doing today, also hi to everyone if I didn't say hi to you before. Hello, hi Collie. Thank you for the shout out for Collie Alice. We love the Collie. Alright, so what I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to be writing part of my Patreon exclusive Heather's Magical Journey / lore. I don't know if you consider it a novel or a collection of short stories, whatever you want to call it. It's going to be a collection of short stories, basically, that revolves around my lore. So it's going to be a collection of stories, like, from all across, you know, Heather's immortal life, which can span forever. I'm not going to tell you how old I am. That's just against the rules, okay? So I'm gonna let my lore tell you how old I am. You're gonna have to read it for yourself. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna be doing today. I'm gonna be working on the first one, and these are going to be, as I said, these are going to be Patreon exclusive stories. If you bring up my socials, which I did earlier, you can find my link to my card. I don't have a link just for my Patreon on my channel, but if you bring up my socials, you can find a link to my card, which is also at the top of my Twitter, if you guys follow me on Twitter, which the link to that is right down there. It's linked in my bio on Twitter, but if you click on the card, at the very bottom, you'll see a little icon that has, like, a P on it, and that stands for Patreon. So, hi Pred! Oh my gosh, I can't talk anymore. I just started stream and I already can't talk. Bye! I assuming you're going to sleep or something, but see you later, I guess. Feels bad. Time zones suck, man. I can't say hi to my friends anymore. Alright, I will do a howl before you have to leave. Ow! There you go. Just for you, buddy. Just for you. Alright, so if you click on my socials, or if you type in the socials command, there's a link to my card on there. I can also post it in the chat if you guys need a little bit of help finding it, but at the very bottom, there's a little icon that says Patreon. You click on that. You know, you're not paying money, you're paying points. What do you mean? What do you mean? So you go to my Patreon, and then that will be where I will be posting all this story and all the stories I'm going to be working on, like, in the future for this. They will be posted there, but you have to be a patron to have access to them. So I will be... once I start getting patrons, I'll probably post this first story on my tiers, just so people know that I have something available, and I may post a few more. But until I start getting patrons, I won't start, like, actively, like, updating my stories, which once I start getting patrons, I will start doing that more and more, and you guys will have more stories, and it'll just keep going and going and going and going until I literally can't find anything else to write about. So, but basically I will be posting different chapters / short stories to Heather's lore every so often, depending on how many patrons I get, and, you know, how often you guys like want to see more stories, I'll just kind of play it by ear. But I will post this one to start with, and then the one I'm going to be writing today on stream. And then as I get patrons, I will post more. But basically on my Patreon, if you click the link to that, you know what? I'll go ahead and find it. It's so that way you guys have it. Hang on. Have the link right in the chat, so that way you guys know what the frick I'm talking about. Alright, it's very easy. It's patreon.com/heatherjourney. But there's a link for it if you guys want to look at it. So I have 3 tiers right now. I have one tier, which is just a general support tier, which is $5. That's basically, it's just like, hey, I want to support you, I don't really care if I get anything, but I still want to support you, and this is all I can afford. So, not only are you supporting my Patreon-only stories, you know, my whole lore, like, novel in general, but you're also supporting me as a content creator, and as a writer, and everything else that I'm going to be doing. So, you know, there's the low tier, which I believe is called Omega. I have to look at my own tiers. And I base these tiers based off the level of, like, social hierarchy in a wolf pack. So, the bottom level is called the Omega. The middle tier is called Beta, which that one includes all of the written works of all of my stories for my lore from now up until the end of time. If you are a part of that tier and you pay $10 every month, then you will get access to every single story that I ever post for my lore story. And I may even add on extra stuff, like extra types of stories and whatnot as I go along, but for right now I want it to be just my Heather lore story, so that way I can get more promotion for that, and that way I get more support as, you know, for creating that, because that's something that's going to take me a lot of time to do, and it's something I really want to work on, but I need a little bit of help getting there. So yeah, you will get digital copies, digital docs, you know, whatever. You open up a Word or whatever writing document application you have. It will be in doc format, and I will upload it to be available to every single person that is a member of the second tier. So you will get every single story that I write for this. It's going to be called Heather's Magical Journey. It's going to be my entire lore story combined. There is a third tier if you want to go that extra mile. It is called Alpha, and it includes both of the first 2 tiers. So you will get the written doc of docs, I should say, because there's going to be much more than one of them. You're going to be getting copies of all of those, digital copies, and also you'll be getting, I have a nice little, like, cover photo, I posted it on my Twitter, that will come with each, like, story as well, that way you guys have that, because I may never publish it, like, as a full work or anything, like, but I still want to have, like, the book cover photo just for fun, so that way you guys can have something to look at, like, while you're reading. And I'm also thinking about maybe getting some art done, like, for the lore stories, that way, you know, you guys have more, but I have yet to do that, and I don't know if I'm gonna have enough money to do that, so, if I get enough support and enough patrons, I might add that to possibly the third tier, like, you get access to extra art for the stories and stuff like that. But for now, the third part is going to be the first two groups, are memberships, as well as audiobook recordings of all of these chapters that I'm going to be recording myself. So I'm going to be reading all of the chapters that I do, that I write, and I'm going to be recording them with my own voice, and posting those as audiobook formats for those of you that either just want to support extra, or you want to hear me, like, read my own stories for some reason because you like my voice, and I don't know why, but or maybe you just don't really like document format very much, or maybe you like to hear it and read it at the same time, or you know, whatever the case may be, I have that listed now as my 3rd tiers. And as I said, maybe later I will add more to the 2nd and 3rd tiers. The 1st tier will most likely always be the same, just going to be a general sport tier. But for the 2nd and 3rd tiers, I may or may not add more in the future. But for now, that's what I have so far. So that's my Patreon. That's what I'm going to be working on for my lore stuff right now. I wanted it to be like something based on me, so that way you guys are like, you know, it's something about Heather. I want to support, like, you know, Heather doing something about her character. But I also wanted it to be writing, and I also wanted it to be, like, really special. And that's kind of what I decided to do for it. I feel like that's kind of wrapping up, you know, checking all those little boxes, and it's like, hey, this is a way people can support me. This is a way that I can fund me writing my lore story, and it's a way that I can produce more content for you guys, and it's about my character in general, which everyone is here to support, I assume. Otherwise, I don't know why you're here. But you may just have rounded up your, just been searching for Just Chatting Streams and just randomly found mine for some reason. But that's that. Sorry for rambling. I know it's a lot, but that's basically what's going on, and that's what I'm going to be doing today. So I have a software application on my Steam, which you can purchase. I'm pretty sure it's pretty cheap if you want to. I mainly decided to purchase it a long time ago to help me, like, because it has, like, word counters and, like, different, what are they called, goals for you to, like, write every day. I have not been using that in a long time, just to let you know. But that's the reason I bought it a long time ago. And I've had it ever since. I haven't really used it very much since I bought it. But then I found out that you can add a nice little background behind your text box. And I decided to go ahead and use that to stream my writing process on, because it has a nice little backdrop for everyone to look at. So that way it's, like, a lot more aesthetically pleasing. That way, like, you're not just looking at a random ass Word document, you know, which is just boring. So I have a picture of, it's the art for it's on my Patreon, as it's for my Patreon icon / banner thing. It's also, the animation for my load-in screens, so you guys know, you know. Collie! You did not just sub to me! Aw, thank you so much. That's so nice of you. Thank you for being an alpha, I guess that's what I would call you. I don't know. I generally consider my regular, like, people, like, that follow, like, just pack members. And then those that subscribe, I guess I can call alphas, because you're, like, the big people that are supporting me, and I suppose have more say in what goes on around this place than I do, most likely. But thank you for subscribing. That's really, really sweet. I don't have a lot of subscribers usually, so that's really nice. I hope to change that in the future, as I go. But anyways, basically, yeah, my load-in screen animation, the little, you know, Heather where she's writing in her book, and Isla's got her tail twitching with the wind, and the little forest background scene. Yeah, that picture. That's the picture that's in the background right now, and that's what you guys are going to be seeing while I write. You're going to be seeing that in the background with a text box over top, so that way you guys have something to look at, and it's kind of pretty, and, you know, whatever. The only thing I don't know how to do just yet is to make the text bigger, but I'm going to let you guys decide if the text is big enough for you to read as I'm writing it. So let me go ahead and get that pulled up. Hacha. Oh, it got bigger. Hold on. Please hold. Nobody make any That's What She Said jokes. I know they're coming. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. I can't believe you've done this. I know you're thinking it in your brains. Alright, so this is what the Nimble Writer looks like. Oh, wow, that's very tiny. I don't know how tiny it looks on the stream itself. Oh, no. That's so tiny. I don't know how to make that any bigger. I can pull out the text box, but that doesn't make the text any bigger. So that's what I'm confused about. But you guys can at least see the box. And let me see if I can work something out. I don't know how to make this text box bigger. That's my problem. I was looking at that right before stream, and I was like, wait a second, how do I make this bigger? And I guess we'll find out. If I can. Indent paragraphs, highlight current line. What is all this nonsense? I don't even know what any of this is. What is all this? So I know I can align the text. Horizontal rule. Oh yeah, okay. There's number lines, bullets, there's different headings and stuff. Okay. Which doesn't help you all while I'm writing it. Code block. Whatever that is. There's gotta be a way, right? There's gotta be a way. And these are like notes. So I can add notes and, like, you guys can see the notes on the side, but I probably won't do that. I'll just write stuff and upload it. It's probably way too small for you guys, right? It's gotta be too small. So how do I make that bigger? That's what I need to learn. Okay, chapters. I guess we'll just call this chapter 1. Or I guess maybe prologue. Sure. We'll just do chapter 1. Spell check is here. Nice. Statistics. Okay. There's also achievements for this, apparently. I'm supposed to write more on this, and I've just been writing more in my regular, like, Word documents instead. Add-ons? Okay, name generator. Oh, there's a name generator pulled up in here? What? What? That's cool as fuck. That's not a language. Apparently gender is now a language, and there's no, like, gender neutral option. I am sad. Feels bad. Nimble Writer, you gotta be more inclusive, man. Hang on. Let me see if I can make this any bigger for you guys. I'm looking this up. Nimble Writer text. Bigger. How do you get a bigger font? I need the front of the page bigger when I'm writing, but not when I export. Going into settings and choosing modify font. I didn't see modify font at all. There it is. I am blind as frick. Okay. Hold on. Apply. Okay. That did not help. God dang it. Hold on. Let me do it again.
Hello there.
I turned up the font and it didn't do anything. So that's weird. Okay, maybe that's because I already had the text there. Why? Why do you not do things? I'm sad. It's because the theme I don't have a theme there. Because default dark. Sure, that's fine, I guess. Okay. It keeps going back. Oh, because I'm probably because I'm not picking a font. I guess it doesn't really matter, does it? Whatever freaking font I want, goddamn. Alright, whatever. That seems fine. Oh boy, oh, that's gonna be big. Hell, oh no. Oh no. No, go back. I want the picture. Where's the picture? Go back. Can't believe you've done this. You took my picture away. Can't believe you've done this. Okay. It's this one? I don't remember which one it was. This one.
I can't believe you've done this.
Can't believe you've done this. I know, I'm so upset. There it is. Okay. Well, I'm trying. I'm trying very hard here. Apparently, it doesn't want me to, it doesn't want me to use a different theme with the picture. Default dark. What if I do default dark, but then change it to the picture after? Modify font. This Gothic. I'll try 48, I guess. Yes? Hell yeah. Can y'all see it now? Can y'all see it now? Ah! Screaming into the void. Okay. Is that big enough? Can everybody see that? Okay. Do I need to make it smaller, bigger? Is that good? Everything's good. Oh my god. I am sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know why that's complicated for me. I can make it smaller if absolutely necessary. It's just the fact that I have to press default and then I have to change the PNG again every single time I change the text. So I don't know why. It's also in white, which is weird, but I guess that makes sense because it's, I could also do 36. Okay. This is a little smaller. Is this readable as well? I want to make sure I can get as much text as I can on the screen, but also make sure that it's readable. Alright, cool. Now we can write, guys. Now we can write. I got my thing set up. Now we can write. So, it's going to look like this. I have a text box here, and then the background's just going to be hovering in the background. It's just my little, it's just my little witchy garden background. That's kind of an idea of what Eternia Forest looks like. It's just like a screenshot, I guess, of what Eternia Forest looks like. But in person, it's so much prettier, obviously. By the way, if you're interested in knowing who made that art, there is credits to them down in my links down there. I don't know if I should have a link to her name is Sketch Farm, but she is down in my credits in one of my panels. So if you're interested in knowing more about her, and she does commissions, animations, and she is amazing. So I highly, highly, highly recommend her. Without further ado, we're gonna write a story. Okay. So I'm gonna start off where I guess you would call it the beginning. Sure. Um, but it's gonna be like basically where Heather kind of, falls from the sky, question mark. Not gonna tell you where she falls from, but she falls and ends up in, if you remember Undertale, like where Frisk falls down the hole. It's gonna be like that, except for I'm not gonna tell you where she falls from. And then she falls down into Eternia Forest, and she wakes up as, a child, like more like a young toddler, I guess, not like a baby, but she's like semi-cognizant of, what is sort of here, but not really like experienced yet, because she's still like a child. And hi, Jaju. And she wakes up in this magical forest and is like, why am I here? What is this place? So that's where I'm going to start, basically. The details of all of that and stuff will be like, where she fell, who her parents are, if she has parents at all. Maybe she just was magically, created. I'm not going to tell you all. All of that will be revealed as I go through these stories. So, like, she might learn later on in a future story, like, by picking up a book or something and learning that someone wrote out a documentary about her parents, and that, I don't know, they abandoned her in the wood because they couldn't take care of her or something, or whatever. That's just a random ass thing. That's actually not what happened, but that's just an idea of what could happen, but you're gonna have to read future stories to find out. Alright, we're gonna write now. So that's just the backdrop of what's going on. So that way as I'm writing, you all aren't like, what? Not that I'm gonna write anything horribly complicated that you all can't figure out for yourselves, but just to give you all an idea before I start writing. This is my writing process, guys. I have full monologues with myself for probably like 20-30 minutes. It could stretch all the way up to an hour before I even get any writing done whatsoever. Just make sure I got all the plot points right, everything's good, all is well. Alright. So these are going to be like fairy tale fashion. I'm not going to make them all rhyme per se, but it's going to be like, if you imagine like old fairy tales, like, like this girl walks into the woods. The woods seem very strange. She meets a witch, she just like, and they have their own little like, I don't know how to describe it. Like the nice, way they have with the words that makes it like flow really nicely, it's gonna be kind of like that, I guess. Okay. Once upon a journey, a girl falls from the ashen violet sky. The stars ahead, glistening with wonder. At her descent. Also, Jaju, sorry, you're a bit out of the loop. I am writing part of the beginning, I guess you could say, of Heather's lore story right now. And these are going to be Patreon exclusive stories. So, if you are interested in reading more, this is just like a sneak peek. Probably won't write a super long time, but I wanted to give you all a little bit of a sneak peek of my writing process and a little bit of the Patreon, like what the story's going to be like, before you might want to purchase, like a tier or something if you are interested in it. That way you all have an idea of what it's going to be like. And these are all going to be like, I'm going to copy paste all this text, put it in a Word document, and I'm going to send it out that way. But I will also give you guys a copy of the book cover art as well, along with each chapter. That way you guys have one to look at and all of that. And you may get art in the future if it becomes relevant, but we'll see. We'll see. You guys gotta be worthy of the art. You guys gotta be worthy of the art. Because there's gonna be some good dang art if I can get my head worked around it. Alright, back to the story. Once upon a journey, a girl falls from the ashen violet sky, the stars ahead glistening with wonder at her descent. Descending gracefully into a field of forgotten lavender flowers. In a dense, yet mystical, wooden clearing. Or should I say clearing in the woods? To a field of... I should say a clearing of forgotten lavender flowers. In a dense yet mystical wood. She is not quite a child. She's not quite, completely unaware. I guess I should talk about, because she's, like, still asleep at this point, so. Aw, thanks, Alice. I'm glad you like it. And honestly, I probably will go back and, like, edit and clean some of this up. I may, like, switch some wording around, but this is just my process in the moment of, like, what I want it to be. And as the finished project will be much more, like, clean, and I'll hopefully get all of the grammatical errors out, and I will have it all, like, nice and tidy, but, this is just what I'm thinking of in the moment, so. Oh, wait, do you guys have music? You guys should have music. Oh my god. You guys should have told me there was no music. I would have put vibe music on. Okay. This is very fitting. This is a track called The Den. I like to use it as my main, like, vibing music now. It's my favorite track that Thera did for me. He's the one that did all of my tracks for my Heather album, which can be found on my YouTube channel under playlists if you like. If you want to listen to the whole thing, they all correlate to different scenes that are going to be in my Heather lore story. I highly recommend listening to them. They're really, really great. He did a great job. But this one is probably my absolute favorite. I love the load-in one that I use, which is called Heather's Magical Journey. But I just love this one. I love how calming it sounds, and it makes you just feel like you're at home in the den. There's candlelight, and all your best friends and family are around you, and you're just warm and safe and cozy, and it's just the perfect comforting track, and I absolutely adore that. Around the passion will outside. Stars ahead glistening with wonder at her descent. Ascending gracefully into a clearing of forgotten flowers and a dense yet mystical wood. Oh. That's not a full sentence, is it? She if I said she descends gracefully, that would be a full sentence. Because that's subject, verb there. I'm teaching you all English as I go. It's, you know, for free. I will tutor you for free while I write. Forgotten lavender flowers in a dense yet mystical wood. Should I talk about... I'm debating when I want to introduce Isla because she's going to be showing up soon. But I don't know if I want to do that before she wakes up or after she wakes up. Decisions. Okay. It takes me forever to write things because I have to think about the best possible way to do it. Alright, tea time. And stretchies! I really needed that actually. Alright. Yet mystical wood. All around her are various shades. Shades of purple, illuminated. Lilac, amethyst, velvet. I guess velvet's usually, there's purple velvet. Violet, I guess. But I've already said violet. You know what? I'm gonna do velvet. Velvet purple. Y'all can figure out where imagine for yourself what that looks like. Various shades of purple. Lilac, amethyst, velvet. Cast somehow... I shouldn't say somehow. Casting a magical glow as if from candlelight around her. Hi, Elms! I'm doing okay. I'm writing some of my lore story right now, so I finally get the chance to work on that, I suppose. Let me see, that's 3 sentences, right? Yes, okay. Every inch of the forest is densely packed with various flora and fauna, flowers, herbs, trees. Numerous, should I say stones isn't part of the... I guess it is part of the landscape. Trees and numerous plants. Should I see numerous flowers, herbs. Surrounding every single it's not exactly the phrasing I'm looking for. I should say that few have never seen before. Or I guess I shouldn't. That's a spoiler. Personally packed with flora and fauna, numerous flowers, herbs, and trees. As far as the eye can see. There we go. As far as the gleaming eye can see. Nice. Okay. Well, I want to try to like let you all see the first paragraph. There you go. Thanks for the shout out for M's. I said all around her twice. All around her are various shades of purple, lilac, and with its velvet casting magical glows from candlelight, illuminating her. I should say that illuminates her. And illuminate her. There we go. That's grammatically correct. Did you have a birthday stream, Alice? And I didn't know about it? I was gonna say I didn't think so. I didn't think it was just yet, but I figured I would get a bunch of notifications about it. So much life. So much magical life. And yet, the girl is the only I wonder if I should probably not talk about that till she starts getting older. Eyes closed. Eyes softly closed. The girl sleeps as if by spell. forest is still. Except for the various, I shouldn't say various so many times, except for the occasional dusting of the wind through the trees, or the distant scurrying of a magical creature. What's the right word? Not fluttering. Something through the brush. Wandering, I guess, would work. Wandering, I guess. Aimlessly through the brush. I want to listen to the Den track too. I might have to turn off the you guys' version so I can listen to mine. Because that'll show up in the desktop audio if I play it from here. Because I want to hear music too. It gets me in the mood. Itself that way it's not like I love this track, it's so good, so good. Alright, I also have a track labeled Eternia, which is where she is right now, but I just like this track so much more. It's so calming. Nothing dares stir. Stir the girl, resting peacefully on the sight of her quite alone. Are y'all ready for the Isla introduction? Are you ready? Nuzzled up against the lavender-haired girl whose eyes shimmer like how would I swear that? Like the sea on a clear day. Is another whose form is unbeknownst to these parts. At first glance, one would see a wolf in a wood as very common. Except this wolf was not quite like, or I should say is. It's not quite like the others. This wolf has eyes that shine of amethyst. Her gray coat shimmering. I already said shimmer in this paragraph. Glistening? Glistening with a I want to say lilac, but it's not lilac. It's like let me look up shades of purple. The writing process. Shades of purple. Electric purple. It's more like an orchid. Orchid purple. That's a really pretty color, actually. I like that. Shades of orchid petals. I just set up a really cool plot idea. I'm not going to tell you because it's a spoiler, but that's a really cool idea. I like it. Alright. writing this down for future reference in my notebook. There's gonna be a secret about Isla that you all are not gonna know unless you read my Patreon stories. So whether that actually gets you to buy them or not, it's another story. But you know. Do you guys want to keep the chill music, or do you want me to just like play through the entire like list of the tracks for the lore? Because I have, I think, 10 tracks for it. Against the lavender-haired girl whose eyes shimmer like the sea on a clear day is another whose form is quite unbeknownst to these parts. At first glance, one would see a wolf in a wood is very common, except this wolf is not quite like the others. This wolf has eyes that shine like amethyst, her gray coat glistening with shades of orchid petals. She, stretches her in her sleep. The magical wolf stretches out her neck, her fluffy neck. Bumps her cheek against the girl's. For a moment, the girl does not stir. Ruffles against her skin. It is safe and warm. And calming to the touch. Yet images of her porcelain skin as the orchid-tinted wolf continues to snuggle up beside her. By the way, this chapter has no title yet. I will add one. Usually, as I go along, I'll add chapters after they're done, unless I happen to find a sentence that I have wrote that really strikes me that I want to add as the chapter in the middle. But I might just wait till I do wait till the end to find a title that seems fitting for that particular chapter. But I'm thinking of titling each chapter something like fairy tale-esque, like Heather Journey and the Mystical Woods, or it'd be like kind of like like the Harry Potter titles, or I might be like The Witch and the blah blah blah, or something like that. I might do something like that instead, but I'll see how it feels after. Along with the breeze, the girl begins which tussles a few locks of her long locks the girl slowly begins to teeter her eyes open. For what feels like the first time. Oop. Alright, let me think about how still groggy from her slumber. The girl raises both of her hands to rub away at the sleep. Stitched into her eyes. Me too, girl, me too. It feels as though she has been sleeping forever. And yet, Bandia doesn't really work there. So I'll just do that. She cannot seem to remember anything. Despite the fact that she, judging by her size, seems to be roughly I'm trying to figure out how old I might want her to be here. I don't know, maybe like 6 or 8? I'm gonna have to go on break for just a minute. Just do a quick potty break, but I'll be back. Apologies, it hit me all of a sudden. I've been trying like a good little witch, you know, to drink my water today. It has been going through me like crazy. But hydration is important and worth it. Both of her hands rub away at the sleep stitched into her eyes. It feels as though she has been sleeping forever. She cannot seem to remember anything. Despite the fact that she, judged by her surroundings, seems to be roughly about, I'm thinking somewhere between the ages of like, I'm trying to think of like, have a picture of like a pie crew I did a long time ago of like Heather as like a young kid. Let me see if I can find it and post you the tweet. If I can find it and post you all the tweet, I might ask you all what you think, like age-wise, how old she looks. Because I'm actually not sure. Ages are something that I struggle with. She definitely looks like a young kid, but I'm not sure like how young. Let's see if I can find it here. There it is. Alright, so there's a link to the tweet of the pie crew picture. It is a pie crew. I did a pie crew of Little Heather and Human Isla, like what those would look like as like little kids, but I'm trying to think of how old she looks there. If you all want to give me like your opinion, I would appreciate it, because ages are weird to me. I can't quite... I don't know if kindergarten would be too young. Like kindergarten age? Maybe like 5 or 6 there? Maybe? She's not like a baby, she's like a young toddler-ish. She looks a little older than like 2, I would say, but I don't know if I would say like... I think 8's too old. Maybe like 6 or 5? Don't know if that sounds good or not. I think I'm gonna put, also that gives you all an idea of like what she looks like around this point, that picture there, because this is roughly how like big she is, which she's not very big at this point. She's not a baby, but she's definitely not full grown yet for sure. She's not quite a teenager. She's like in the young kid stages. I'm gonna say about 5. I'm thinking about 5. 5 human years old. Like okay to me, I think. I'm thinking that's probably okay. I'm probably overthinking it, you know? I'm probably overthinking it, like I do everything. Also, feel free to like chat amongst yourselves, I guess, while I'm like talking about things. Yeah. If you guys like have a suggestion or like an idea or just want to talk about random stuff, feel free. I know it's... might be kind of hard to think about what to talk about while I'm doing stuff like this. Alright, while I'm thinking, I will give you huggies. Mama Wolf huggies! I hold you so close and tight. I really wish I had like a hug, like pair of hands or arms. But I will at least give you the emote, the Heather emote huggies, because those are fantastic. The cozy Heather huggies. herself. Her home. At all. Stretch of her neck and a little yawn. Just see her arms and neck and a little yawn. Or should I say an innocent yawn? The bundle of fur. The bundle of fur snuggled up against her side. Young nightgown. Stretch of her arms and neck, and an innocent yawn. Girl's hands heavily fall to touch the bundle of fur snuggled up against her side. The sight of... Well, I guess she probably wouldn't know what a wolf is, or that it's not, or that they're generally dangerous, like hunters. Of course, unless they feel like absolutely threatened, they generally will not like attack humans. But or they're extremely ravenous, and generally they stay far away from human populations because humans are scary. She nearly lays back down. as she sits up. I meant to have her sit up at this point. Close your eyes as she sits up against the bark of a sturdy tree. She has been sleeping forever. She cannot seem to remember anything, despite the fact that she, judging by her size, seems to be roughly about 5 human years old, clad in a lilac nightgown with smooth violet ribbons carefully sewn into her collars. Lacy? I would say they're lacy collar and sleeves. How is it that she has no memories of herself, of her home at all? With a long stretch of her arms and neck edging on, the girl's hands inevitably fall to touch the bundle of furs snuggled up against her side. The softness is so comfortable that she nearly lays back down and falls back. Unable to not study the odd, I wouldn't say odd, but the unusually mystical shading and the creature at her side. I feel like, not to like compare myself to, you know, a really famous writer, but I feel like with the way that it's being set in a child's perspective here, I feel like it kind of reminds me of Alice in Wonderland. However, in this case, she has no memory of her life back home, or if she even had a home. So it's like if Alice fell down the rabbit hole but lost her memories kind of thing, you know. This was really relaxing for me. So relaxing that I'm about to fall asleep. She narrows her eyes. Tilting her head at different angles. This is definitely something a child does, like, who are you? What is this thing? To see get a full view of whoever or whatever this creature might be. It is only a few moments later before the purple tinted wolf shoots her head up as if waking from a very nasty dream. This surprise is so shocking. direction. Landing right on her butt. She punches her eyes shut upon impact to the tough ground. I guess the ground probably isn't that tough. It's probably a very light soil for flowers to be able to grow there, so, you know, flourish, so though the soil beneath her is actually quite soft. Amethyst eyes seem to have that same lost recognition. Lost look that the girl herself had not a few minutes prior. With a sympathetic frown. Haired girl. Sympathetic frown. The lavender-haired girl opens both her eyes, and holds out a hand, no longer afraid of the wolf, now that it seems just as lost and alone as she is. With a tilt of its furry head, the wolf blinks at the hand stretched out in front of it. I don't really know my name, but it's nice to meet you, Mr. obviously. Trying to make a good first impression. The wolf does not open its mouth. Yet the girl hears the words enter her mind as if but I don't want to say by magic, but as if she had heard them aloud. Miss. This would be Miss. Miss Wolf. Thank you. And I don't quite know myself. The girl thinks it is fate that the two of them met in this way, both with no memories of themselves, and yet the ability to communicate with one another. The girl smiles softly, though a sad tinge still lingers in her lips. Since the wolf makes no move to take her hand, she retracts it, wondering if it is actually a rude gesture to the wolf. But it's not as if the wolf actually remembers. Wherever we are, I'm sure we can get through this together. At least have each other, right? Girl swears that the wolf sighs in response to her, what's the word? Like when you do things spur of the moment. Is it blunt? Is blunt the word? Blunt optimism? I guess blunt works. It's kind of a, blunt optimism is kind of an odd phrasing because usually blunt is used in a negative way, but blunt can also be positive if used with an optimistic word. But eventually, the wolf merely nods. She begins to lift herself to a standing position, stretching out her forepaws. I just called her Heather. She's not Heather yet. Well, she is, but she doesn't have a name yet. The girl follows suit. Taking it a good a time as any to stretch before whatever journey, haha, I did it again. Whatever journey awaits them within. This magical wood. Alright. I don't think that's quite a chapter ended just yet, but I feel like I made a little bit of progress. What y'all think? What y'all think so far? I'm thinking I'm gonna call it... I'm either gonna do Heather Journey and something, or I'm gonna do The Witch and something, or I can do Heather's Journey to somewhere. I'll think about it. I'm gonna ponder that for a while. But I think I've made some progress so far, at least. If you guys are interested in seeing more, I can write a little bit longer, but I was thinking about calling it a little early tonight, because I wasn't supposed to stream anyway. I just decided to make up for a little bit of lost time and give you all a little bit of a sneak peek for what the story is going to look like for my lore. And this is just like a very beginning section to the first chapter. This is not even the full first chapter or prologue chapter. So the first chapter is going to be quite a bit longer and cover much more, but that's just an idea of what the beginning is going to look like. And yeah, I really I was gonna call it, and then I was gonna work on some editing that I really got to get back into. I've had this editing draft for, gosh, months now, and I really just got to start working on it again. Now that my mental and physical health is better, I really got to start working on these projects again. So if you all are good with that, I will try to find somebody to raid, and we will call it a night. So, let me see. Sorry if that was a bit short for most of you. Generally I try to stream about 4 hours or so, but this is the first time I've streamed a writing stream like this, and oh wait, we probably have 2 vibe musics going on at the same time, don't we? Hold on, let me close mine. There we go. I think it's the same track. It's just alright, it's just a different. But that gives me a chance to use Nimble Writer actually too, and I've had it for a long time, so that's exciting and worth my money, I think, now that I can use it to stream with, and it looks so much more aesthetically pleasing than a freaking Word document does. Which I'm going to look it up, how much it is. It is $10 for the software. If it's still available on Steam. Oh, my Steam has apparently died on me. Okay, cool. Steam might be undergoing some maintenance. But if you all are interested in picking up that writing software, a lot of people seem to like it for the aesthetic of having the background on it, but it's called Nimble Writer. It's on Steam. Let me go to the store page and share it here, because I can't, it's not like a game where I can put it in my categories like usual. It is a software that I get through Steam itself, so yeah, I can't exactly, but if you guys are interested in trying it, it's $10. You might be able to get it on sale sometime, so hopefully. It's pretty cool. I wouldn't say it's like my favorite, but it does really well for what I'm doing here, and there's a lot of extra like note sections and stuff you can do. Can I share this? Link to this into the chat, question mark. Where's the link? Where's the link? I'm trying to find it. Trying to find a link to it, but I can't apparently. Well. Oh, there it is, share. Duh. Found it. Nailed it. Alright, there's the link. I will post it in the Twitch chat. There you go. So if you guys are interested in getting that, if you have some writers in the stream right now, I recommend it if you need a place to write in and have like extra notes open in stuff, and have a little nice background and whatever. It's not like the absolute best, but it's pretty good, and I would recommend it for streaming, especially. That way you got, you know, your viewers have something nice to look at, and it's aesthetically pleasing. So, and it's good for just a regular like everyday writing tool. If you really don't have any like special formats you want, you know, and what have you. So, all right, let me see who's streaming. If I got anybody that I know really well. Not really. Not a lot of people are streaming tonight. Okay. Alright, I do have a friend of mine I have rated before on here, not quite sure what she's doing, but she is doing something under just chatting, so which couldn't be anything, because I can't, let me see. Oh, she's talking about Genshin, maybe? Because she says something about Yai coming home, which is a new character in Genshin. I don't know what she's doing. But I'm gonna raid Raya Rainbow. She's super, super sweet, and has been a decently pretty good friend to me, so... I think she's raided me once or twice before, too, so... I'm gonna go ahead and raid her. So I'm glad you all stuck with me through this. I know it's a little bit of a different sort of thing, but I think it's nice and I think it's calming and I think it helps me kind of get into the right headspace, because not only do I have to, I have to write for, content because you all are watching, but I also have to try to make it as good as possible, and I want to test my brain to do that, even if it's difficult, because I want it to be the absolute best it can be, for my patrons that are going to be supporting it. I want it to be really, 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 really good and well worth the money that they're spending into it. So, yeah. So I hope you guys liked it at least a little bit. Not much yet, but it's going to get bigger and longer, and I will let you all know more about that in the future. Whenever, I get the first story. / prologue finished, and I'll have it up on Patreon, and I'll send out a tweet, and I'll also put something in the Discord under the Patreon text channel that says, hey, the first story is out for beta and alpha members. Please consider supporting if you would like a chance to read it. And future stories and whatnot. So I will let you all know when that story comes out. Please note you have to be a patron and support on at least the second tier to get those digital copies of those stories. They're going to be Patreon exclusive. But I hope that you all will consider supporting me if you can with that, and I will continue to write more stories with that. So there's that, and I also plan on doing more writing streams in the future. May or may not be some more sneak peeks of writing my lore and future stories, but I also do writing commissions, so I may, if the other person is comfortable with that, I may write some VTuber lore or other short stories or whatever. I may start writing those on stream as well, or I may just decide to write my own original novels or short stories or even poetry or whatever. I get into all kinds of different projects. Right now I want to get done with all the projects I'm currently working on so I can move on to other projects. I want to empty out the queue, which is going to take a long time, but I'm determined to see it through, and I want to work more and more and more on writing, and it may be a while, because I also, when I'm streaming right now, I also want to work on getting all the games that I'm currently playing finished. So I'm probably going to be focusing more on that till all those games are finished and I can empty out that queue, but as that queue starts to get emptied and I've got, some slots, I will probably start putting in some more witchy streams and writing streams in there, because I want to start doing those more often on stream, because they're things that are really important to me. And the next witchy stream I do, I will probably read some of my Wicca books and talk about Wicca a bit more, because I didn't get to do that last time. I instead did an IRL cosplay stream, which was not expected, and for some reason, after I switched to the webcam, it wouldn't let me open up or show my ebooks, which are on my PC for some reason. It wouldn't let me show that without turning off stream, so I just decided to just talk about stuff. But at least I was able to meditate a little bit with you guys because I thought that was fun. And I may do more like I may start doing like just meditation streams because it's a little bit different than just Wicca stuff. So but I do want to get into like just talking about Wicca and letting you all like know more about witches and witchcraft and how all of that actually is, because there's a lot of misconceptions about what it actually is, and a lot of like bad you know, thoughts and what's the word, bad I don't know, like a lot of people talk bad about it because they don't really understand what it is. But I want to show you all that it's not all, you know, terrible, and that there are a lot of good things about it that you may want to look into for yourself. And it's more into my personality and why I am the way I am. So, yeah, I think that's about it. Sorry for rambling, but I had a good time writing on stream, and I plan to do this again, and I hope everybody else enjoyed it as well. And I will be streaming again very soon. I gotta make my schedule. I will post that up tomorrow morning-ish for the next week. So hope to see you all very soon within the next week. I will be streaming some more. I'm not quite sure exactly what or when, but I will post the schedule and let you all know as soon as possible. So that'll do it for me tonight. Thanks everybody so much for coming to the stream, and I will see you all next time. Bye!